Hello everyone, it's me, Magic, and we're back here in the Everkin village, and we are ready to go help some Everkin, I suppose. I mean, it totally detracts from the main game, but I think you get some items and stuff, so we're just going to speed through this as quickly as possible so we can get back to what actually matters. Hello, Catcherkin. You need me to catch something? Maybe? Possibly? You know? I don't know. Look at the size of you. Say now. You might just be the person I'm looking for. Well, Bigling, how would you like to put those enormous arms of yours to good use? Okay, I'm the Catcherkin, and nets are my thing. When the door to the Evertree opened up again, a whole swarm of insects found their way into the orchard. I'm supposed to round them up and move them out of here, but... this is embarrassing. I'm too small, okay? I can't actually hold your giant Bigling world bugs in my net. I see you've got a bug net. If you can catch a bug for me, maybe I can tame it and lead the swarm away from here. You want to ready your net ahead of time. Sneak up on them with your net raised, and then, well, BAM! Smash them to bits. Alright, let's sneak up on this guy. Boom. Got ya. Rich Wiggler. Let's see what we got here. Rich Wiggler. Uh-oh, so wriggly. Yep, that's an insect alright. Now I just need to figure out how to tame it. Well, you were a big help. Make sure you hang on to that bug net. If this is what the insects are like on the other side of the Evertree door, you're going to need it. So, like, you don't remember what it's like to be on the other side of that? Like, how old is Elderkin relative to you guys? Like, I thought you guys were immortal or something. Anyway, let's go. Kinderkin gives us a long overarching quest. So we'll talk to him. I have incredibly frustrating news, Bigling. My kids have run away, and they're being mischievous and stuff. I was teaching them how to teleport, and now they're gone. That's all this guy is saying. This Kinderkin. I don't think Everkin have genders, but, like, I don't know. How does Everkin reproduction work? Good question. Hello. Sleeping away. A Bigling? Am I dreaming? Are you filled with caramel? No? Well, that's disappointing. I guess that means that I still have work to do in the field. Ugh, look at all that long grass. Cut it for me. Okay. Okay, shut up. Just let me go cut the grass. Wow. This is like a tutorial that you don't need because you already worked on the world tree, right? This is going to be a very minor disaster. Blah blah blah. Water my melons. Now this one made me crack up the first time that I did it. And by the first time I mean the only time. But we'll water your melons for you. Don't you worry. Look, this melon is filling up awfully fast. That's a little weird, isn't it? Uh-oh! What in the name of the Evertree has happened here? Those poor watermelons popped like overfilled balloons. I don't think anyone could have seen this coming. Apart from Seaken, that is. Well, Bigling, I'm afraid your watering can is simply too wet for an Everkin plant. Maybe go water some Bigling-sized plants with that thing. You're a bit of a moist menace. You'd better get out of here for a while. I'll need some time to come up with an explanation for watermelon ownerkin. Is there an Everkin over here named Watermelon Ownerkin? I don't think you can actually see. Alright. Now we have 3 people to help. Chopkin, Broken, and Fisherkin. Fisherkin is a little annoying. Well, now look what the tide has washed in. Catch some fish for me. All you gotta do is cast into the water, wait for a bite. You can actually just manually hook fish, by the way. You can just run the thing onto their bodies, if I remember correctly, and I didn't get it. Never mind, I guess you can't do that anymore, but you used to be able to do it. Gonna bite? Dumbass fish. I mean, it's my fault, but like, blame it on the fish and I'll be a little bit happier. Okay. I'll put it over here. Now we have to wait patiently. The tree would want you to take care of it. Yeah, no shit. Look at that fish, like, very slowly coming toward it. Come on. Bite. There we go. Now you just have to match the direction that the arrow is going in. And then it comes up and, there we go, ample fish. See, you say ample fish, but I think that's only one fish. Yes, I finished already. I haven't caught a single thing. Why am I so bad at this? The word fish is even in my name. Oh, you poor Everkin. Don't you understand? Biglings, as we were made after you, we're just more skilled than you. Look at this guy. He has like Dave sunglasses or Terezi sunglasses from Homestuck or whatever that was called, right? Who's got the core strength to challenge me? Broken, the strongest person in wherever. How about you, Pipsqueak? Ha, 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 ha. Okay. Anyway, he wants us to make a statue. And he just goes on and on and on about how he's the strongest in all the land, and he's like a chihuahua. He can't see how much larger than him I am. My liege. Yeah, you are the strongest Everkin and wherever. Now let's, leave this sculpted like that. Boing. Oh yeah, you get this umbrella. Forgot about that. And finally we go talk to Chopkin. I think his is the most annoying. He wants us to chop some stuff down, but I forget specifically what. Oh yeah, it's not that bad. You just have to chop up a mushroom and like put it into the soup. I forgot about this. Boom. Yeah, okay. Doesn't even want us to like put the mushrooms in his soup. Also, how do mushrooms just pop up? Like, come on, man. Be more sanitary. Jump over these houses. Even for creatures the size of the Everkin, those houses are small. It's like room for a bed, and that's basically it. Like, where's the bathroom? No idea. Anyway, there's like some hidden stuff and stuff that you can fool around with over here, which actually I am going to take the time to go and do real quick. Like these sort of spheres of air, you can sort of bounce off of them with your umbrella. And I'm going to use them to get over here, where I am then going to find something nice, I guess? I don't know. Ah, chests. That's right. I forgot about these. Hey, I found an Everkid. He made it easy for me, apparently. The quickest way back is death. They just spawned me somewhere random in the village. Okay, well, that's nice. Now, there is this little temple area back here behind the mountain, if I remember correctly, but it's like, you can't access it yet, I don't think. So we will come back to that when we've prepared, when we have like the materials and stuff that we actually need to complete whatever quest that is, right? Let's go. Welcome back, apprentice. You should return to the Evertree when you're ready. We've much to do today. I'm at the Evertree. Do you mean like go to the top of the Evertree? I think she means like to go to my world tree. Alright, up we go. What was that? Was that the arches of the acres of the plentiful? Alright. Nice name, I guess. Is it getting late? Uh-oh, there's one of those gross slug things. Don't worry, it's a lot more innocent when you actually take care of it. It's just a little bug. Just this once, tap it with your mallet. I like how she's like, Shh, don't tell anyone that you're about to kill something. Oh, you just phased through the wall? No, that's not fair. Let's take care of this rubble that's mysteriously appeared overnight. And then we will take... I don't even know that you have to break these. I think these might be, like, benign. Oh yeah, uh-oh, you little plant. You need some help coming out of the ground? Come here. Come here. Yeah. I just get to harvest this stuff. But you're not supposed to harvest everything from the world because it leads to like an imbalance because you've over harvested, right? Which is like, I get that. So I don't want to deal with that. Like I don't want to hurt this world that I've created. I gotta live in balance with it, right? That's the entire message of this game. Live in balance with the world around you. And I respect that message. I think that's a good message. I'm not going to harvest plants. The world is too young to damn it. The world is too young to I have to sing to that plant. Okay, if I can finish my thought, the world is too young for me to be taking materials willy-nilly from it. That's gonna be a tree, by the way. You couldn't tell. I've already taken care of those plants. Whoops. This is what happens when you don't systematize what you're doing. You start with all the plants on one side, and you work through it in a predictable pattern, and you don't run into issues like that, right? Oh! I missed this. Then I have to plant? Ah, I forgot that you have to plant more seeds. So I should probably take care of that, and then go back to watering, because that way I'm just, you know, doing one thing at a time. And we're all happy. Not so scattered. Oh, there's that insect from earlier. You know, I'm gonna leave it on the world. I'm gonna let it, you know, enliven the, ecosystem here. Speaking of which, you know that mowing your lawn is kind of not a great thing to do for the ecosystem? It disrupts a lot of insects and animals' natural life cycles. I mean, just think about it like you're basically making a miniature golfing like turf area or whatever. So you've removed the habitat and hiding spaces that come from long grass, brush, trees, etc. and so forth, just by the act of having a lawn. And this is what I use to justify my laziness. I'm like, nope, not gonna mow the lawn, because it's better for the ecosystem. But actually, I'm like, I'm just lazy. But seriously, like, if it were good for the ecosystem, I probably would be willing, like, more willing to do it, so... I joke, I say that I just use that as justification for me to be lazy, but, like, in actuality, I really do think that, we should be taking care, we should be, you know, taking more care of the ecosystem and stuff like that. I don't know why I'm talking about this right now, but, like, I really do think that one of our major struggles in the coming, decades is going to be climate change and taking care of our ecosystem. Electricity consumption's going up, electricity production's going up, how we produce that electricity, not always the best. That leads to, you know, negative environmental effects. I think there was a study that was like, the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has increased from 0.02% to 0.03% at some point. I saw it on a YouTube video, and it sounds legit. So don't quote me on that, but if that's accurate, like, that's a 50% increase, and that's a huge amount when it comes to the atmosphere. And I'm just not, you know, I'm not all for that. So when I have the resources, when I get older and stuff, I'm going to be making more active choices to limit my environmental impact. I used to be vegetarian, for instance. Some guy once argued with me that that was actually environmentally worse than being like just eating normally, because you have to transport ingredients. And I was like, what? You have to transport, you know, meat back and forth too, and on top of that you have a much higher like water footprint when it comes to meat, and a much higher whoa, hello. where does this thing stay? Do you think this thing, like, stays anywhere, or, like, do you think it just comes from down below? I jumped off intentionally, by the way, because, like, if you just jump off, it takes you back to the, to your base, yeah. But then Breeboo is like, where's Master? Can I sing at this? Okay. But yeah, I'm going to be making more conscious decisions, better decisions to help limit my impact on the environment. You know what I mean? Because I think that's going to be extremely important, and it's going to be dangerous, you know, as we get further and further along. And even now, we can see the pattern of events unfolding. We're getting more and more severe, like snowstorms, tornadoes, natural disasters, that sort of stuff. And it's like, where's that coming from? It's coming from the negative effect that we're having on the environment. You know, we're stripping away natural forests and woodlands, so now all of a sudden we don't have as much protection against erosion. We are releasing a lot of pollutants into the air, and now all of a sudden we're having the world warm up. Even if it's just by a degree centigrade, you're going to be seeing extremely negative effects, because a degree centigrade on average means that you're going to be having, like, I don't know, plus 15 degrees Fahrenheit, sure, in one area, and minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit in another area, and it's still going to be average 1 degree centigrade. I don't know why I'm switching between the two, but, you know, whatever. But you know what? That's not entirely relevant to this video. This video is just a gameplay video. I'm not a scientist. My opinion is just, you know, my opinion, and I like everyone else, just do what I think is best in my interest and the interest of the things that I care the most about. And yeah, I think, you know, we all should feel that way, and we should put some real thought into what really matters and what we really care about. And this game just reminds me of, you know, the climate problem that's going on. You know, back in like the 1970s or whatever, gasoline used to be leaded, and if we hadn't introduced legislation to limit the amount of lead that was in gasoline, 25% of us wouldn't be born. We would be stillborn, or we would have significant genetic abnormalities. And that's just not okay. Anyway, my nothing rant out of the way. Look at this book. Like, it's a baby photo of me. Why does book look younger? Why is book aging? Not even one copper top. But, like, oh, I didn't mean to. I can't skip this. Anyway, let's take a look at what goals we've fulfilled. Tend to tools of the trade. Collected a toolkit, etc. and so forth. Hanging lamppost. I'm gonna have to take a look at these objects once we unlock the district and stuff. We have tended to the world. That's good. We got some Yora. Nice. And with the Everkin, we have, you know, completed everything there, I think. Another hanging light post. Hanging lamp post, excuse me. They look kind of like axolotls. Follow that Everkin! Makes you think of Pokemon. You know, the other day I was on a Discord server and some guy was like, trees aren't like Pokemon because trees just sit there and don't fight. And I was like, yeah? What? Bread isn't like fish because bread doesn't swim. Okay. Thanks. It was just very confusing to me. And I asked him, I was like, okay, what do you mean? Like, what is this relevant to? Like, what are you trying to say? And he was like, well, trees just stand there and Pokemon fight. And I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't sure what he was trying to say. It was so confusing to me. What I think happened was that he was like playing Pokemon in the background and he just thought like, ooh, I think I'm going to say this funny, you know, silly, weird, random thing and make a joke. And I think I just didn't realize that he was joking in the moment. Because I had just gotten done in this Discord server, I had just gotten done talking about a more serious subject, and I thought he was like trying to relate something back to that, and I was like, okay, I don't see exactly what you mean here. Yeah, we're going to have to... Nobody's going to believe that the Everkin are back, so we should get some photographic evidence and really rub it in their faces. Yeah, I have to go take photographs. Okay, let's... I don't want to... I'll take a photograph out here or something. Harmony stones, you get to sing to them, and gauge the balance between the people and the land. Oh, I don't remember this. Harmonious essence was unbalanced. Stones could no longer reflect the will of the people or the land. And the harmony stones became, well, just stones. But it seems you have restored some of that lost harmony. Yay! I have meaning, you know, I say, sitting in my dark room. Sing to the harmony stone. Yay! The harmony stone dispels the withering. I think the withering is like an embodiment of the tree's negative reaction toward being abused. Look at how it recedes into itself. It's not like disappearing. It's like an engorged piece of flesh just sort of receding back into itself. But it's like, okay, a sea cucumber, okay? It really does remind me of like a sea cucumber like scrunching up into itself. Like there's not less stuff there, but there is. It takes up a smaller volume, and it's so it's very interesting to look at, but it's also kind of gross. It's very much like there are no bones here. This is a hydraulic pressure system. And we have the Everkin trying to help us with stuff, but they demand Miura, because we run a business. Indeed, the rubble could also be on fire. Oh wow, look at this beautiful rubble. Hey pal, were you planning on throwing this out? Because we Everkin would be happy to put all these bits back together for you. No charge! Building stuff is sort of our hobby, along with getting into places we're not allowed and forcibly entering other people's conversations. Of course. I know, they're trying a little hard to be quirky, but you know what? It's fine. I like them. Maybe they don't pull it off the best, but they're cute, they're silly. I know what they're going for. It's fine. Speaking of which, I didn't realize that this guy was free. Oh, did he just say supply us with Miura? I guess I was right. They do charge. Oh no, this is 0 Miura. But usually they charge Miura to clear up stuff. So yeah, this takes like a day to complete or something. One of the industrious Everkin has replaced the door into our quiet little alchemist's house, and it looks like they've installed a similar door in your current location. So like, you can just use these doors to teleport around the map, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is the first district. I forget what it's called. Meadow Quarters. It's pretty peaceful. You get to just plop down, like, eventually you get to plop down houses and stuff, and people come in via airship from God knows where they are. And they're like, wow, I might want to stay here. And then they're like, I want to stay here, give me a house. And you're like, okay, cool, sure. And you give them a house, and then they stay there. And then they're like, I hate it here, bye. And you're like, well, fuck me. Anyway. That we might cover in the next episode. But for now, I think I'm going to say thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a nice day, week, night, year, life, I don't know. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye. How do I quit the recording again?